Welcome, my Capricorn friend. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and I am Zachary. Thank you for coming to visit me today. If this is your first visit, welcome. And if this is a return visit, welcome back, you guys. It's very good to see you again. So I have a couple of new decks going on for this week of October 16th through the 22nd. We just made it through the eclipse. I hope you guys made it through okay. I know here, where I live, here in Washington, it was pretty cloudy, so we actually missed seeing it, which makes sense. Like, this whole city is in the dark about so many things. But yes, I have a new deck here, the This May Hurt deck. And I love this deck because it's actually one of the only queer inclusive decks that I found. One of the things that I don't like as much about it for YouTube is, although there is nudity on a lot of the tarot cards, the standard tarot cards have nudity on it. They're just not depicted very graphically. So in these, it's a bit more like 3D. So on some of the cards, I'm going to need to cover some bits and bobbles, but that's totally fine. And then I've got my Lightseers deck and my Rider Wyatt deck, or my Ride or Die deck, to do any clarifications that's needed. I'm just going to get these out of the way so we can get started. And then I have two new Oracle decks that I'm working with too. One of them here is your Animal Spirit Guide, and then the other is just, it's called the Cupid's Arrow Oracle, but it's just got some great messages for, you know, whatever. We'll see what Spirit's got for you this week. So, Spirit, I got Capricorn here. They are wondering what is actually up. What do we have spirit animal energy wise for Capricorn? I love these two because when I first got them, I asked for the deck to pull my totem animals, and I'm aware of what those are, and it got every single one of them. So that's fun. I love that. So here, what is the totem animal for Capricorn for the week? This is really weird. Taurus had the same one. I'm going to pull the next one too, because they had two that came out, but I love this. It's just so weird that they got that too. You saw me split the deck. So first one here is Ram, Perseverance, which makes sense based on last week. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. And that's funny because I was just watching something on YouTube too, like a short about goats and rams and their ability to defy gravity. And you had that, you guys, defy gravity. Look at me tying this all together. That was your message last week. You're ready to defy gravity. So love that, Spirit. This one is a little bit different. It's personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So if you do want to pause the video for a second and do that for yourself, I highly recommend it. You have two energies this week to take with you. So whatever comes to mind for you, write that down. Put that nearby so that you can carry that with you. But you've got the Ram and Perseverance to defy gravity. I love it. I love it. I love it when things connect. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for Capricorn here for the week of the 16th to start out? What do you need them to know? What do you want them to know? What do they want to know? What do they even know? We have fear. Okay, we'll talk about that. One more here. Spirit. A spirit. Messages for Capricorn. Oh, okay. Okay, I love it. This is really connected, riding off the coattails of last week. So fear. Expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. And then overcoming obstacles, get back on your feet, gain strength from difficult situations. And I love how this ties into the Ram too, because do you think the Ram's scared? No. Ram doesn't give a shit. Like, he just runs up the mountain. They've been defying gravity forever. And then overcoming obstacles, same thing. Connecting that to last week's reading, there's something that you guys have been wanting to do, whether that's, you know, in the realm of relationship, career, hobby. There's something that you've been wanting to do, someone you've been wanting to talk to, a passion project or hobby you've been wanting to get off the ground, or a new way to make money, or a new job. There's something you've been wanting to do, but you haven't been doing it because you're scared. So don't be scared, you guys. This is your week. I can feel it. Let's get started with my Lightseers tarot. So Spirit, what do we have for Capricorn for the week of October 16th through the 22nd? I'm just getting this feeling of like being stuck. I feel like I'm moving through Jello. Maybe you guys do too. I think the longer that you stay somewhere, let fear win, the harder that it is to move forward, because you start feeling like that's like where you belong, or that's your only reality. Just take a chance, you guys. Take a chance and see what happens. Because even if whatever it is that you're wanting to move towards isn't what you thought it was, or doesn't work out the way you thought it did, guaranteed something is going to open up and show you a new path. But if you're stagnant right now, nothing new is going to just, like, you gotta put the energy forward first, then the quantum field or Akasha or God will move for you. That's the deal. That's the deal we made. You may not remember signing that deal, but you did. So King of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Judgment, yep, and the Devil. Okay. Perfect. Gonna get your bane, your boon, clarification on the outcome, and then what energy needs to be cleared in order for you to move forward with the best possible outcome. Spirit, you heard what I said. Please help us. Please, sir. Please, sir. I want some more. You guys want some more, huh? You gotta get started. Okay. So we've got Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Oh. So this deck has its own card, and a new card that's not in any other deck. It's called the This May Hurt, This May Help card. And you do have it in the This May Help position. So we'll talk about this. I love that. Page of Cups. I'm probably going to clarify this one too, just to see. It's the first time it's come out in a reading. And then you've got the Hangman here at the bottom of the deck. So along the lines of fear and overcoming obstacles there, it's important for you guys to start taking a new perspective on something. Maybe start approaching that fear in a different way. Or some of you need to get centered, ground yourself, and approach that fear in a different way. And then Three of Wands here at the bottom of this deck. So yeah, it's time for you guys to get started. It's time. It's that time right now. All right, coming into the week here, we've got the King of Swords as your energy. So the King of Swords is the master of the mind. He is, what am I getting from this for you? It's very important, because with Judgment here too, what I'm getting is the theme for the week for you here is to be as perceptive as possible. The King of Swords is, like on the standard decks, he's facing the reader, and he is taking in all the information in front of him so that he can process that and decide what it is that he wants to do. So that's what I'm getting from this situation for you guys. Or there's a need to wrap this up. This is what I'm feeling. Wrap it up. Land the plane. Land the plane, homeboy or homegirl. I think a lot of you have been in this mode of perceiving for quite some time. And maybe that's why you're stuck in this place of fear, because you've seen too much. You've seen too much. I think some of you are feeling frozen, like you're frozen in the mind. Your mind has paralyzed you with the possibilities because you have been taking this mental approach on it for too long. It's time to start. It's time to start moving, putting those thoughts and plans into action. And the Three of Wands also talks about this individual that's looking out on the water. Like in the standard deck, they're looking out on what they think is the desert, and then they notice that there are ships actually, and realize that it's the water. So what I'm getting from this is that exactly that. You guys have been staring at something for so long, you've been thinking it's the desert, and it turns out it's actually the ocean. It's time to get moving. Get that out of your mind. That's your fear. You're afraid of going swimming in the desert. Well, it turns out it's water, so don't be afraid, you guys. Dip a toe. Just dip a toe. Or cannonball. You know what? Like, just get in there. The energy that's not important this week is the Six of Pentacles. And this is all about balancing your give and take. Balancing that give and take of money. It could be assistance, giving assistance. Whatever the case is for you specifically, what is not important is balancing, this balancing effect. So I'm going to clarify this so we can get a little bit more information on that. I think what I'm getting from that is just because what is important right now is getting your inside shit straightened out. Instead of, because this is balance from inside to outside, giving and receiving. So, yeah, that's very much what I'm getting from that. Being judgment as what is important here. It's time for you guys to make a choice. To move forward. Or to not. I think it's like, yeah, shit or get out of the pot. But this card also talks about releasing yourself from your own, like, rot, you know? Whatever's keeping you down in a way that isn't allowing you to be your true wonderful self. Cappy Cap. It's important for you to focus on that this week. And that makes sense, having fear and overcoming obstacles coming up with that. You're being encouraged to look at yourself. Judgment is all about judging yourself. And it's not, you know, are these crow's feet getting deeper, or is that another gray? But more like, is this the human I want to be? So what's important for you this week is to really examine that. And that makes sense with you needing to move forward in whatever it is that you want to be doing right now. I think that maybe not feeling clear on who it is that you actually want to be, that's been coming through a lot of the readings for this month and these weeks. For all of the signs, is really getting clear on just your interior world, which makes sense. The Hermetic principle, as above, so below. It's throughout the tarot a lot, but it's one of the main ones that plays out in our life constantly. If you're not operating at the vibration or you know, making the choices inside to be who you want to be, then your outside world is not going to reflect the outside world you want it to reflect either. It starts inside. Inside, you guys. You need to go inside. Where this leads, kind of back to what I was saying with there too, the devil. Or what it's good for. The devil is your shadow, your toxicity, your addictions, bad habits, what have you. Things that are keeping you bound in some way. This is also Capricorn. This is also your card. So I do feel like this is a very powerful week for you. Showing up in a reading as yourself tells me that there is, like, you've got an opportunity this week to really shine. To really shine. To just come forth and shine, you guys. I think what I'm getting from this is that, like with the judgment and judging, you're being offered an opportunity right now. A space has been opened up for you to really examine those things that are going on inside of you that may be controlling parts of you that you don't want to be controlling. That fear is controlling everything. Fear makes us do really weird, stupid things. So you're being encouraged this week to be honest with yourself. That's what judgment is saying too. Don't tell no lies, you guys. Don't tell no lies. It's you. Why lie to yourself? Like, just get it right, get it tight, you guys. This is your life we're talking about here. And that's actually, I'm loving that. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay. Okay. So Seven of Pentacles, this is your energy that, excuse, not your energy, this is your bane, your challenge for the week. Seven of Pentacles is reminding us, well, there's a note of like having patience, waiting for, not really your ship to come in, that's what's coming in, but might be more the Three of Wands there. Waiting to see the fruits of your labor. This individual has planted these pentacle trees and is watching them grow. There's another reader that likes to say, is the juice worth the squeeze? That's what this card is saying. So what I'm getting from this and being your challenge, as you are going in and examining your inner world so that you can allow yourself to come forward in a more grand and divine way, you're also being asked to examine, what is it that you're doing right now? Is it worth it? Let me work it, right? Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Okay? That's what I'm getting from this. And that's a challenge, like to really take stock of is this working for me? That's not an easy question to answer. And then to also look at whatever it is that you're wanting to move into. That's a little bit harder of a question to answer. Is this worth it? That's where you need to, put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your affirmative twin yet. Okay? So just be aware of that. You are being asked to examine, is what you're doing right now worth it? The Queen of Wands here. This is going to be your blessing for the week, which I love, you guys. Queen of Wands is a very, energetic, passionate, just vibrant individual. Enigmatic is what was coming to mind for me. She is herself, and she don't give one shit. There's not one shit this lady has to give about how you feel about that. Okay? She is going to shine, and she is going to shine wherever. She doesn't care. They don't care how you feel about it. Your eyes hurt, put on some sunglasses. Your future is so bright, they need to put sunglasses on. So your blessing for the week here is that this is what's important. We're figuring out what our shine actually is. There's a space opened up here for you to start processing your ability to be authentic with yourself, to let that true vibrancy come forward. That's what you're being encouraged to do. And I'm here for it, you guys. I'm literally right here. That's a great energy to have. So this might hurt, this might heal, being the clarification for your outcome here. I actually really like that. It's up to you. This is up to you, because the devil, it can be a precarious situation, but having this be your self, this is your card here too, being your power. I don't read reversals on these. Like I said, I don't mix these up reversal. So the whole nature of this card is, depending on how it shows up, is what is. So it will always show up as this may help. Although I've had some come through that have been reversed, and I do not know how. They just have been. So I do very much get the feeling that for most of you, this may help. Getting to the bottom of your own inner workings and darker realm, doing some shadow work here, yeah, it's probably going to help. I do feel like for some of you, it may hurt if you're going into the situation, maybe not being too clear on who it is that you're releasing or wanting to release first. So I do feel like that's important, because that step comes first. Before you start diving into these depths here, make sure that you get clear on what it is that you want to bring forward, because what you seek, you will find. Okay? Okay. This is the energy that needs to be cleared for the week. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is an individual that, this could be like the start of a new relationship. What I'm getting from this is that it's important for you guys to be focusing on you this week. Maybe some of you have met someone new. Maybe you are feeling overwhelmed with emotion around the start of a new relationship. And that is something that if you aren't straight, and not sexually, if you aren't clear on who, what, where, when, why, and how, and sometimes why, you want to be, if that mission statement isn't clear, if that goal isn't clear, and you aren't proceeding with that and strong enough in your own life, and you're starting to bring somebody else into that situation and still wanting to, you know, kind of try to get this, or maybe sometimes I'll figure this out, it's going to be a cluster. Just one big cluster, a goober. This energy is going to overpower everything that's going on there. So in that, for some of you, I'm getting that it's important to clear that energy, at least just for this week. Get clear on what you want for yourself before you start involving other people. If you're already in a relationship, you know, this isn't what I'm talking about. But there is also the energy surrounding, so they've got in here, it's a little fish in the bag. Le poisson in the bag. So this fish is an idea, it's something that this individual wants. Could be a relationship, could be, you know, they want to learn to dance, they want to go travel, they want a new car, bag of Doritos. I don't know. It's something that this individual wants. But this individual is just staring into the bag like, oh, it's pretty, it's in front of me, I love this, but it's not real yet. It's still out here. So this card is asking the reader to ground this into reality, to pull it down from the ether and to make it real. So being in the energy that you need to clear, for some of you, this is the message that I'm getting. You need to start putting that forward. You need to start taking the time to make it real. It's not just going to become real. Some good steps to start taking, like if you journal, please journal. It's good for you. Start meditating. Start visualizing whatever this is, because that's where that starts. That's where you start identifying it in the ether. Start visualizing this thing that you want, whatever it is. And you have to take yourself from that stage, though, to make it real. When we do visualize something, it tells our brain that we're actually doing it at the same time. But you do still need to step into the physical realm and make it happen. There was that study done with piano players where one group would practice in their mind only, and then the other group practiced physically. And they both had the same skill when it came time to play. So that's an important part of that, but then also they had to go play too. That's the part where they are bringing it into reality. So you're being encouraged to overcome your fear here and getting that started so that you can overcome those obstacles. I thought that I was going to clarify this, but that makes a lot more sense to me now. So thank you for being here with me again, Capricorn, or for the first time. Like I said, you guys can do this. I know that you're just a little bit in your way, and that's okay. We do that sometimes, but this is an opportunity for you to really move forward into something really, really wonderful. We've gone through the eclipse, so whatever's been illuminated for you, take that to heart, process that, whatever you need to do. Hopefully you wrote down some new moon intentions, and maybe your goals here were a part of that. I'm really hoping next week to see some success from you guys. Yeah, thank you for joining me. So check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well to get a more clear picture. If this didn't resonate with you, one of those may. If you don't know those signs, get onto Google and Google, what is my rising, moon, and Venus sign? You just put in your time of birth, date of birth and place of birth. That'll give you an idea. And the reason why we recommend those are because those are the main components of yourself. It starts breaking down further in astrology there. But your sun is your ego. Your rising is the way you're presenting. Your moon is your emotional self, and then your Venus is the way you love. So these are the questions that we're typically wanting to answer, or people are wanting answered. That's why it's being recommended. So if you want a more clear picture of what's going on for your week, I highly recommend you check those out. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Those are all really great ways to support me and my journey here. I do also have a link to my Cash App and PayPal in the description there. If you do feel generous, want to donate or tip, I am very, very grateful. It is absolutely not necessary or mandatory, excuse me. It is not mandatory, but I will receive it. So thank you. I love you, Capricorn. We'll see you soon.